Welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Hunter Munn,
Black hole lover Malconfat.
and this is going to be more of Euro Truck Simulator 2, in which we are going from where we are in Västerås, I'm going to guess, which I think is Sweden, to Bergen, Norway, I believe is what those abbreviations are. And I don't think we had a topic right then, so we can come up with. We were kind of werewolves in D&D, but like my werewolf experience in D&D is limited. Oh, hey, if you ever want to catch us live for the full conversations, twitch.tv/HunterMud. I'm just saying, it's right there. Hopefully, whenever you're seeing this in the future, I'm still doing this and have not been dissuaded by the fact that nobody is watching. But some people are watching. Very few people are watching. Almost nobody's watching on YouTube, though. I know Molly's watching Stellaris.
We've been running for almost 5 hours. Oh, but as for Stellaris, I still want to play more of that.
I mean, our old save files still exist, but you probably want to start over because I think we're 1 or 2 expansion packs past where we were.
Bah!
I mean, your call.
I don't want to start over. We have 2 or 3 runs, which I was very interested in continuing.
I do not remember what races we were playing in the runs we were doing. It's been a while.
The races I was playing like a Spoder race. It was like a Spoder fungus race, and the other one I was playing Wilbits, I think.
Well, I think I remember the second one because Oh, okay. Well, then that's fine. I can just drop into that. It's a certain mindset the whole way. Also, I don't know if you realize this, but Europe stoplights go green, yellow, red, not red, yellow, green. I mean, the yellow... Wait, hold on. I think I said that wrong. Basically, they have a slow to begin moving rather than a slow to stop moving. So, after you've been waiting at a red light, it will go yellow to indicate that you can begin moving, and then green for you can definitely be moving. Oh no. You told me to go left a little late there.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
We're transporting Norfoods. Even though I don't think we're transporting foods, I think we're transporting plastics.
Wires.
I come to a stop because there's stop signs and people keep stopping, and then I hear the little ding. It's like, hey, you dropped some frames. Yes, I know, because I'm stopped. I don't know why it has more trouble being stopped. I don't know if that's an engine thing.
You're dropping a crap load of frames, Ron, that I'm seeing.
Well, I mean, maybe it'll fix itself when I start moving. I have to go with as few drop frames as possible until I can get to the point where I can rewire the Mac side of things so that it can properly stream stuff and also have a Windows box that is just playing Windows games.
Be right back. I really need to get up.
Oh, alright. For anyone curious, I'm still having the same 2 issues, with basically the problem with me streaming from the Mac side of things is that either I get weird stutters every few seconds or every few frames, and the audio is fine, or I get silky smooth 4K resolution and the audio has like errors in it. Like very noticeable like angry noise errors. And there is no in between. It's one of those 2 things. Either the audio is fine and there's stutters, consistent stutters, not random stutters, but like, I don't know. Or I get beautiful high resolution video dumps that play smoothly and also get audio mistakes, which really sucks. So did the moons for your werewolf, Molly? Did they have different effects on your character, or did they all have the same moon effect? In the Dungeons of the Dragoning game I'm playing in right now, the moon isn't in the sky where it's supposed to be, but it's the spiritual remains of the moon are above in the sky, and they're always directly above you wherever you are on the planet. So it's not like a real moon. It's like I said, it's a spiritual. So wherever you are, you look up, directly up, there's the moon. But also, I recently found the physical moon, and the physical moon is like in a void space kept away from people, covered in whatever the polygon monster critters that are called, like Modramons or something like that. They have eyeballs on them, I think. Their number of sides is their power level or something like that. There was a 100-sided one there that was quite large. Whatever space they've locked those away, they are locked away on the moon. I'm sorry, is that an LED sign? I could not read that. What did that say? Huh. Well, time to one-handedly take a drink. We're going to a location we've never been. Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to set a rest destination. That looks good. That looks right off the road. We're going to do that. We'll hit that. Why are we skipping frames now? What's happening? Okay. I want to thank everybody who has voted in the current poll by using !vote in the chat. And I would like to remind YouTube that even if you can't catch me live at twitch.tv/Undermun, that you too can vote in whatever the current poll is, provided I'm still doing this in the future when you're watching this video. In the bottom right corner of the banner up on YouTube, where it says Improvision Entertainment, you should have a bunch of icons, and one of those should be whatever the then current poll is linked there. So everybody who's watching this, whether you're watching now or in the future, should be able to vote in the poll. Once again, provided I'm still doing this, because I mean, at some point, if I can't get a consistent income from this, I'm going to have to find something that can. But that's part of why I'm planning on, hopefully soon, and I've probably said this many times, I don't know, I probably said this in a video I recorded last year playing Euro Truck Simulator, but it is my hope to get back into the mindset of being able to code a text-based game so I can put that up for money and have people back me and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I feel with my being on the autism spectrum and having ADHD and whatnot, that especially the sleeping conditions make it hard to keep a regular work schedule. I need to find something that is enough for me to get by doing work that I can do. Okay, hold on. I need to be going left. Nobody's currently coming, so I'm going to yield. Okay. Karlstad and Oslo. I have been on this road before, apparently. Possibly recently. We're going to go off into what I would assume would normally have snow, but I don't think we really have snow in this game. Seems like something you'd add, especially if you were going to add Russia. You'd add snow weather. But snow is a certainly more complex thing than this game has environmentally at the moment. I don't know how long that turnstile has been on. Alright.
have returned.
Welcome back. I was just behind a slow poke. But they were making a turn. I was also commenting that I'm far enough north that I would kind of expect that where I'm about to go would be snow. But I'm pretty sure this game doesn't have snow, and it should probably get it.
Poke him to be less slow.
Especially because I kind of expect them to add Canada to the map of American Truck Simulator before they add South Carolina. I don't know, that's just me. I'm very, like, you don't understand, guys. The last time I would have gotten to drive in South Carolina was The Crew and The Crew 2. And basically, that map was not a one-to-one scale of, or not a one-to-one scale, but a proper scale of the United States. And South Carolina was basically truncated into 2 highways. And I'm like, that's really mean. We have at least 3 highways. Like, 85, 385 to 26. You could count that as 1 if you felt... Oh, shit. Okay. Wow, I had to make 1 stop and I talked through it. Alright, let's go for the next stop.
Oof.
Well, that's okay. I'm not red sleepy yet. I was just trying to be responsible, and I responded incorrectly. Oh no!
Unfortunately, you were responsive babble.
Yep, there was some babbling happening. That is true. But yeah, I don't remember what. I think it was. I think they. So 385 to 26 basically goes. You could just ignore 385 and just say 26. 26 goes from basically from Spartanburg to Charleston. And then 77 comes from like Charlotte and goes towards Atlanta through Columbia. So there you go. Like you've got, if you just did those 3, and they didn't even do that. I didn't recognize any place when I drove through it. And like I realize it's South Carolina, there's nobody here, all right? I understand that there's more people in the city of Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles, than there is in my entire state. I get that. But, like, especially when you're doing, like, a Cruise in USA type situation like The Crew, like, could we have more USA, please? Please? PLC?
No, your home state is deleted.
Man. So, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be a while, right? Because they've got... Can I could just pull across and pull in the wrong way, right? That's fine. Well, actually, I don't have this piece. You know what? I don't have this plot of road. I'm going to go this way only because there's a plot of road here. Wow, it's kind of a dirt road. I don't drive on many dirt roads. Alright, that is uncovering more of the map. So that is good. Get out of my way, Popo.
Potpourri.
Oh no.
Your
Mr.
lights
Po-
on?
I think so. Yes. Mr. Popo, you are in the way of my gasoline because I'm trying to aim at the rest area that's past you. Please move. Otherwise known as GTFO. Yes, there you go. Move yo ass. Fill her up!
Oh, look how much the diesel costs.
I have nicked. That is a binding box issue. I have not hit that pole or that pole. Why am I stopped? Rude.
What? Fuck your physics. Your physics do not apply here.
man. That's why I don't like being crowded on both sides. Because that shenanigans right there, that super rare shenanigans, to be fair. But it happened. Alright, let's see if we can pull into this space. Calling key to stop the engine. You were getting some rest. Oh, and I woke up in a thunderstorm. That's okay. Oh, but my windshield wipers don't work unless my car is on. Okay. Wow, look at this fog, though.
It's a pretty fog.
Yeah, I think it was 1.42 or something like that, they greatly improved the lighting engine. They made it so it's legit difficult to, see at night. You know, like how normal people see at night. So, and I don't just mean that in the sense that the video game wasn't doing it. It'd be like, I don't see like a normal person. I have, I guess, too many cones. My light sensitivity gives me amazing night vision, but it also makes it very blinding during the middle of the day. I hate that this light is on right now. I have this light on so you guys can see me. Like, I need a color night vision camera. Then I can sit in the darkness and you can still see me and we both win. That's what I'm looking for. I almost hit that car. I'm expecting a lot of two-lane road out through this drive. Oh, I forgot to get another employee. I think I can get a... Yeah, I can get another employee and a truck. Shaman is now playing Storybook Brawl. I still don't know what that is. You remember Shaman? You played a Fianna, I'm pretty sure. Possibly a Fianna Kinfolk?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember if it was a Kinfolk. Quick, Mal, we need a topic. Have you anything else to discuss?
My brain is spinning right round.
So that's a no?
I had like 3 things to talk about, and my brain just shut off in that exact moment.
Okay. Did you like Papers, Please?
I love that game.
Have you ever played Not Tonight?
Nope.
Oh, hold on. I saw an opportunity to get some more Orange Road, and I went for it, as opposed to... I didn't hit, it's fine.
I was there when you were playing Papers, Please, for quite a few episodes.
Oh yeah, I 100% completed that game. There's an entire playlist for that. So Not Tonight is basically Brexit Papers, Please. It's like spiritual successor to Papers, Please. And I picked it up on the cheap at some point because I wanted to play it, and like many things I picked up on the cheap to want to play, there's not interest in it, so people do not vote for it. But hey, I'm going to take my opportunity for the poll in the month of August to be the birthday poll for the month of September, because that's when my birthday is. That I'm just going to put either games I definitely want to play or games I've been meaning to play for too long on the list. So, and that's my one poll treat to myself each year at this point. I mean, the first year was the year I went through all the Prince of Persia games. And they announced Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake while I was playing Two Thrones. And that game is supposedly still in development. I don't know if I believe that.
They're trying to pull one over on you.
There comes a point when a game is supposed to be out for so long that you're just like, I'll believe it when I see it. And that game is in a weird place because even though I pre-ordered it, its release date was so close to when they announced it that my thought at the time was like, at the very least, this game isn't going to come out when they say it's going to. Like, it's going to get delayed at least one time. There's no way what I saw is almost done.
Duke Nukem Forever, Half-Life 3.
Well, no, Half-Life 3 has never been a real game, to the best of my knowledge. Duke Nukem Forever was definitely a real game multiple times before it finally came out. I can't believe GameStop...
Elder Scrolls game.
I mean, it will come out after Starfield. So, 2024? No.
Oh, you know
No. 2025?
Skyrim yet again.
I didn't say anything about them stopping releasing Skyrim. Skyrim won't stop coming out. The Skyrim keeps coming and it don't stop coming, alright? That's how that works.
I think that's hilarious. It's like, and Skyrim is releasing again. Stop it!
Man, okay. Here's a topic. Do you agree with me that for the most part, not entirely, there are some very unique differences on occasion, but for the most part, remastered versions of existing video games are just what we would call ports 10 years ago?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so much for that. End of discussion. No,
Just like, yup.
because there's some things like, okay, so I'm in a mindset when it comes to like achievements and stuff like that. If I see a game that I already played through, but it's on like, it goes on sale for... Molly was on... Okay, Molly, I don't know how much you game games, but would you agree that for the most part, not entirely, couple of special occasions, special mentions, for the most part, remastered versions of games that come out today are just ports, like what we would call ports 10 years ago, of existing games? Mal says yes. I also say yes. That guy's going way too slow. You've slowed me down. I'm gonna have to shift gears. We got a hill. I would have made it if not for this one truck slowing me down. Huh. And what really sucks is like, okay, Molly says a lot of them, yeah. Ports, some PC-ness thrown in because sometimes dialogue ages like sour milk. Oh, you mean like they had to like add or change a few lines or something like that? Maybe. Look, see, one of the ones I like trying to complete games now because it fights my completion anxiety. So sometimes when I see a game I really like that I do intend to play through again someday, and it's like $5 or $10 for me to get it on a different system, maybe for like, because I got trophies before and now I can get achievements or something like that, I'll pick it up. And like, the same kind of thing is where I feel like the remasters fall in, like what would interest me on them. Like, I wait for them to get cheap. If it's a game I think I'd play again, then sure, I'll pick it up. Because I'm always interested in the differences or the improvements, like in a technical front. Like, I kind of want to know for the information. One of the things that stood out to me was, when you do something like in Assassin's Creed 3, my favorite Assassin's Creed game, you don't have indicators on the screen to indicate when someone is like above or below you, I don't think. There's just a dot to indicate that there's like a guy, and it's not really vertical dependent like it would be in the later games where you'd have like the dot would turn into a triangle pointed up or a triangle pointed down. You know, like in Perfect Dark that came out like 10 years earlier or something like that. But that in the remaster of the game, one, they added that. Two, they made it so that you can like go stealthy in bushes, which you actually couldn't do in Assassin's Creed 3 even though you could do it in like Assassin's Creed 2 and some of the games that came after, you could only really take hiding cover against walls in Assassin's Creed 3. So they put that in there. And they tweaked and twonked a couple of other gameplay features. Oh, there was this one mission that was basically never patched like it was supposed to way back on 360 and Wii U, I should say. And it was super difficult to, you had to luck out getting the timing on a QTE because basically the QTE was paced incorrectly, and so when the button prompt appeared, you didn't have as much time as the game thought you should to finish it, and so it would constantly fail you. It was annoying. That was fixed. And things like that, like those type of improvements, like actually making the game a little better, I think is a good excuse for calling something a remaster, like bumping the frame rate from 30 to 60, improving the resolution from 720 to 1080. Like, sure. And I would let you get away with not calling it a port at that point. But when you just like the Sly Cooper games, from what I recall of them, were ports to PS3 because they, and the Ratchet and Clank games also same deal. They mildly fell apart, felt like in technological speaking, for how they ran compared to how I remember them running on the PlayStation 2. Like those weren't remasters, but it's kind of in the same ballpark of like, I don't know. I like the Xbox backwards compatibility stuff because it lets me just play the old versions of games on my new system. Oh, Molly says, I prefer remasters to be a bit of a graphic update. Oh, that's kind of what I was saying. Some QOL changes, like map upgrades. Yeah, you're with me. Or control schemes being easier, like the can't do this while I'm in a curve. Like the RE. Well, hold on. You said the RE4 remake, but the RE4 remake is a remake. It is not a port. It is not a remaster. It is a remaking the whole game. They changed the tiny ass red dot into an actual crosshair. Okay, Molly says, but I don't like them to be remade into completely new games because they just feel like different games. Well, I think that, and Mal can jump in any time here, I think that like the Resident Evil remake games are as good, maybe in a modern acclamation sense, maybe better than the originals, but I don't think they make the originals bad. I think people are still going to go back and play Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 even after remake exists. I don't really think people are going back and playing Resident Evil 1 again after the GameCube version exists, but I could be wrong about that.
The people still play that one, but the RE2, by the way, the original RE2 and the remake, there's a big difference. There is more content in the original RE2 version. They rolled a few things together in the remake, and you lost some context and several scenarios in the A and B side, and they made them more the same thing but a little different. Like there are really good things about the original RE2, but RE2 remake is spectacular in every way except it left a few things out. So it's like leaving out Tom Bombadil in the movies, in the Lord of the Rings movies. You're like, oh, this is really important. There's a big build-up, and it's like, but why did you leave it out? And the developer's like, well, because it was a little boring.
Going from Claire to Leon or vice versa, there's so much left out and confusing. It's not a good transition. I don't remember the main thrust of the original Resident Evil 2 being that different between the events that happen.
They chop up side B so strangely that it's like, really? Is this what we're doing? Like the gameplay is like there's just parts of it that are jarring. There was a whole extra storyline, and they just rehashed the same thing in the remake and accelerated a few things. Like there were obviously a few parts which were added or completely changed, but for the most part, they missed that explanation, like Meowie says.
Exit now.
So I feel that it's really important to play the original RE2, and then you can see where the story beats were changed, and a lot of story beats were changed very well, and they were very good, and they were received amazingly. It's just like they forgot a couple, they forgot some parts, which just really made them two separate stories. Not really separate stories, but two stories that like interweave.
Uh-oh.
It's almost as if they expected. It's like, so you've played the original Resident Evil 2, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, playing the original is something that I feel like you can do or not do, and you won't miss out on tons for. Wait, hold on. What year is it? I was going to start talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it's still 2022, so I can't do that on stream.
Like, it won't hurt you to not play the original, but you're gonna miss something. You're gonna go, what the hell just happened?
RE Remake or Final Fantasy VII?
Remake.
Oh, I said that wrong because they're both remakes. But in any event. But I get what you're saying. Looking at the map going, the fuck am I looking at? Really? I don't know. I don't know. As somebody who's always been the co-pilot to a Resident Evil game and who probably wouldn't play them by yourself, like, I wish I get it on the like. It's one of the reasons I like going through Dead Space with Daniel. Is like Dead Space, like Daniel, I think he prefers having somebody there to distract him from the horror, and I like being the co-pilot to somebody playing a horror game, which I just don't get to do anymore. Well, it says the original map was ass, and the remake map was still an afterthought, but they make the map necessary, so why make it so hard to navigate? I don't know, Molly. I don't remember having... Well, okay, I haven't... I will come out and say I have not myself held the controller and really played either Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 2 Remake. They are, like I said, I helped somebody I co-piloted somebody through Resident Evil 1 and 2. Though I think Captain Soja got... Oh, that's right.
I gotta say I've never had a problem with the map in Resident Evil games.
Funny story. Here, let me give you a little bit of Game Shark. For anybody who doesn't know what a Game Shark is, first of all, youngins. A Game Shark is... A Game Shark, a Game Genie, are cheating devices that you plug into games and or systems that allow you to modify the variables inside of the game as a physical console thing. Was what we used to do back in the day to be able to do cheats when games didn't have cheats that were built in. You know, games that nowadays when a game has cheats, you're like, whoa, a game has cheats, whoa! But cheats were a lot more common back in the day. They were. But in any event, Game Shark. So fun thing you might not know about Resident Evil 2 that I learned. Did you know that if you have infinite health, the alligator can still kill you?
It's because it's a cutscene death.
It is not a cutscene death. Well, I mean, it depends on what you mean by a cutscene death. I don't know exactly what you mean by a cutscene death. You mean like it's an animation that plays out and you can't do anything about it? I guess you're right.
It's an instanced animation that causes a game over or a game end.
I also have some...
It has nothing to do with your health, is what it means.
Yeah. Tamale, I also have some of the San Andreas cheats memorized. R2, L1, R2, up, down, up, down, up, down. Actually, that might be GTA 3. Wait, hold on. I think they reused some of the codes between the games. I am listed as many kilometers away. Do I need to start thinking about chopping this? I thought this was a short enough trip that I wouldn't have to chop the video. kind of was aiming at like an hour from Mal, but oh, I have big mountains in the near future, so I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to like, I'm gonna have one of those fun occasions where I go through a tunnel, come out directly into a bridge, and then go back into a tunnel. That's possible. Only in Europe, really. What does this sign say? Bergen. Wait, that's where I'm going. Why does this still say I have 409 kilometers ahead of me? I'm a little confused. Molly says, I also have the 30k bells cheat for the Animal Crossing game on GameCube memorized. I'm surprised that, you know, Tom Nook or Mr. Rossetti doesn't show up and, like, bitch you out because you cheat. Like, I think that would be a built-in feature to a game like that.
I'm sure they do.
Man, they had to send Mr. Rossetti to anger management classes. You can use it 3 times a day? What happens if you use it a 4th time, Molly? That's really the question. Wait, what the hell? I'm almost tired again? How much further do I have to... Yoink. Wow, oh, you only said Bergen is ahead of me because it's the fucking next thing. Okay. I do not want to miss possibly this. And while we're in here, hold on. Let me go into my options, and I'm just going to turn the advisor up even more because she's soft. It's a gift code. Nook gets a... Oh, so you're cheating the system. Got it. You're like a big old cheat. Except you're pretending it's legit. It's a gift from Nintendo. Oh, that's right, from your uncle that works at Nintendo. I understand. I'm with you. There's a question. I'd have to think about it myself when I ask it, though. Favorite cheat in a video game?
Konami code.
That's it? Just Konami code? I mean, it did make it into a Disney movie, so there is that.
Yeah. It's my favorite one. It's ubiquitous.
I don't know. Konami code's pretty good. I don't know.
NBA Jam, Big Head Mode, and Always on Fire.
Always on Fire. Pretty good. Oh, hey, here comes a train. Putting that destination marker seems to have screwed up my guesstimation amount for where I'm going. Let me fix that.
Okay, I do have a favorite. Any of the Doom codes for Doom and Doom 2, like IDKFA, IDDQD, those types of codes were. Ooh.
What do those do? I don't know those.
IDKFA gives you all guns and keys and full ammo. Fills up your armor to max 2, but does not fill up your health. IDDQD is God mode, which I didn't really use.
Oh yeah.
And
there is no
ID
cal
clip,
level. Pretty good.
ID clip was great because if you wanted to if you wanted to boundary break and see how the game operated or find secrets that you just did not know how to find.
Wait, hold on.
Secret area.
Hold on, I think Molly tripped my memory. The riot, I remember the riot code on San Andreas. It makes it act like the one act at the end of the game in which everybody is going crazy and attacking each other. But what that reminded me of, first of all, the super punch is pretty good also in San Andreas. But what it reminded me of, my favorite cheat code is actually cheating for a video game that doesn't exist, which is to say, in San Andreas, there is a code for flying cars. And you can still do taxi cab missions with flying cars on, because in San Andreas, unlike the previous Grand Theft Auto games before it, directly before it, in San Andreas, when you drop into a Halo spot where you need to drop off a passenger, the game pulls you to a stop and safely automatically as part of the way the engine works. So even if you're flying, you can fly into the spot, and even if you don't have to, you don't have to properly land the car, and it puts you down. So... And even if something were to happen and you get chased by cops, cop cars will fly towards you, but then not be able to fly like airplanes in the air and just go off into the distance on the horizon. Just keep going. But yeah, flying taxi cab. I want a futuristic crazy taxi with a flying taxi. Yes. So that's my vote. Flying cars cheat code while doing taxi cab missions, San Andreas. If I ever play San Andreas on stream, you will see me use that code, guaranteed. I mean, not to finish the game, because once you've done that, the game is no longer saving your progress. But at some point, I'll do it I'll do it for fun. You watch me, I will do it for fun.
I'll do it. I mean it. Don't test me.
Fun will happen. Apparently, I nicked that vehicle. I was trying to look at Molly's text in the chat, but I'm going through like an S-curve, so I glanced up and I nicked a vehicle. I got serious rumble for it, so let me see if I damaged the cargo. I did not damage the cargo. I damaged the trailer. Okay. Molly says, yeah, in VC you don't stop, but Sonny does continue the quest somehow. Oh, right, Sonny. Yeah, in San Andreas, when you hit the destination marker in San Andreas, unlike the other games in the series, it brings you to a safe stop. All right, we're gonna rest a little bit. It's super. It's pretty dark. Whoa, 17,000 from Eorzabeth. Way to go, girl. What'd you transport? Damn. And she leveled up. All right, rock on. I'll just top it off a little bit. Oh, stop the engine. Molly's favorite thing in Vice City is riding a scooter to a quest area. He gets launched into a building wall, explodes, and then casually walks into the building. Ah, yes, I remember that. If you jump off of the scooter or motorcycle, but you land in the mission halo, even if you would take like forward thrust damage, you immediately come to a stop and just start the cutscene, so you don't get hurt. I remember that. Fun times. You know, it's right up there with jumping and trying to pick the pose you want when you go through the door in Mega Man X.
I like managing to twist around and turn backwards and slide in backwards.
Oh man, that is so hard to do. My favorite is the
So fun, though.
both arms up to either side of your head as you jump through the door, which is usually pretty easy to do. But I like having it. But you know what? On the note of going through doors, man, I can't remember. I think it was X4 started doing that thing where like you can lose your charge if you let go of it when you go through the doorway. Fucking hate that.
Yeah,
Just let me
just
keep my
keep
charge. I'm glad you like the older Grand Theft Autos, Molly, because you know those are games I definitely want to go back to, and no, not the definitive edition. I mean like good versions of the games. I bought
God, the definitive edition, the only edition of a remake or remaster that got actually worse than its original.
well, not just actively worse, but most importantly, definitively not definitive. Like, it's not better visually. It's not better, like, audio presentation. It's not all the music in the game. Why am I still... Oh, because I'm in Euro Truck, and when it's raining in Euro Truck, it cares a lot more about the fact that it's raining, even if it shouldn't affect you that much. My bad. Hey, 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 don't hit me. I saw that. I saw you try and hit me. You're trying to get me a fine. I already got a fine. I'm on a straightaway and going very slowly, so had it on Xbox. I didn't know it used your Xbox. Xbox has downloaded music, so I burned some of my music on my Xbox and listened to it since my CD player broke. I'd be driving down the road, and Alice in Chains, the System of a Down, would be playing, and I'd be living my best life, emo kid. I hear that. Oh man, I'm gonna have to prepare a special intro and outro if I start playing Grand Theft Auto on stream, though, because, well, first of all, you'll have to catch me live, otherwise Twitch will mute some of it, and almost guaranteed. And then beyond that, for going up to YouTube, I just need to copyright strike it. Or not copyright strike. I'm sorry, copyright deadlock. I just have to copyright deadlock it, and then I will be okay. But I'll have to engineer something for that. You know the copyright deadlock, Mal?
I do not.
Okay. Copyright deadlock, very simple, was discovered by Jim Sterling. Or, I'm sorry, James Stephanie Sterling. And it basically makes it so what happens is when you've got videos, even if you don't want to monetize the video, speaking of which, hey YouTube, if you're watching and you see ads on this video, I didn't put them there. I have my ads turned off on YouTube because I would rather most people not see the ads so that they can just enjoy the video. The reason I run ads on Twitch, which is a different beast entirely, is because if you run ads on Twitch, the algorithm places you higher. It places you at the, in my case, because I'm a small streamer, the top of the bottom of the list. As opposed to the bottom of the list. So that's why that happens. So if you're seeing ads, that's what happens. But what happens is the ads will get placed on because you're using audio or something that they have copyright on, and because shit. This rain is super serious in Euro Truck. It's super serious.
Sherlock!
Start sliding across the lane. And okay. So if they detect that there's copyrighted material, they can actually put ads on your video even though you didn't put ads on the video. And they'll start claiming the money from anything that would go to those ads. So in addition to kind of screwing over your viewers because they put ads on the video you told it not to, you're not even getting money for those ads because they're like, that's my money, you're playing my video. Even, and I did this in the Watch Dogs 2, episode 8.5, which is no longer on YouTube and got me my first copyright strike. Because I fought it, and they were like, oh, you fight it? Well, guess what? Strike on your channel. This is a long tunnel. Very disconcerting. Okay. So, you get the idea. They sense the copyright material, they put the ads on it, and then they get money from the ads. But, interestingly, if there's more than one company that has claims on your video, then as much as the ads are running, technically speaking, nobody gets the money. Because they can't decide from the automated system who is actually supposed to get the money. So the way you do a copyright deadlock is you do that on purpose. So you know you need to play an audio for context or something that's going to happen in one of your videos, and that it's going to get flagged and put ads on because you just know that's going to happen. And if you know that's going to happen, then you just need to play an audio clip that's usually 10 to 15 seconds long of some other competing audio that is by a different company. So basically, in order to circumvent the copyright issue, you have to inflict more copyright violations on your video so that nobody gets the money.
It makes it a cacophony.
Yeah. Am I just traveling straight? I'm just traveling straight. Okay. Ollie's got a paragraph. I've got kind of windy roads. Mal, can you read that for me?
I had it on the Xbox. I didn't know it used your Xbox downloaded music. So
Oh, is that the same one?
my Xbox.
Oh, that's the same one. My bad. I thought the chat scrolled and I couldn't read what was said anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the copyright deadlock. And I see Mouse says boop.
I did that to break up the chat.
Is that a red light? What is that? Oh no. Oh no, I have to stop because construction. Even though nobody is here.
By the way, my wife is still here. She's just knitting and watching.
Oh, I hope she's having a good time. Did she vote in the poll?
She did.
Nice.
That's why a certain game jumped up.
A certain game jumped up.
Yeah, we both voted for Dead Space.
Oh. Oh, did you both vote for 10 things because it is a top 10 selection?
Yep.
Okay. Because, yeah, there have been not displaying all the columns for people, and then you have to go to the bottom of the question and, like, scroll it left and right. Captain Soja says that they also voted and asked wait, what who voted for? What Mal voted for or what I voted for? I don't remember what I voted for. I do vote in the polls, everybody. It's how I test the poll, but it's also allows me to vote. But you
Stray, Dead Space, stuff like that.
Yes. A lot of people voting for Stray. Stray is currently winning in the game people would want to see me start and play. And I hear it's not that long, so...
It's not, but you can spend a lot of time in it.
I mean, I will have to rent it, is my determination, but I might also get to start Death Stranding from it, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh, mailman hides from ghosts.
I mean... Look, man, what kind of fan am I if I'm not going to be playing a Hideo Kojima game? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, I wasn't disparaging it. Mailman Hides from Ghosts is a fun game, in my opinion.
There's a good chance I'm going to be starting Stray possibly as early as next week, because the way the poll is written is I always intended for most likely August for if I start a new game. But then I lost a week to... you know, family situation and having to watch the house and the cats and everything, and they're on a timer, and I don't know why mom puts that much effort into keeping the kitties happy when it's like, you could just stop having pets.
The cats
Like,
are on a timer?
yeah, the
cats
cats
will tell you when
go
they're
the cats go out at 6:30 in the morning. They come in at 7:30 at night. And then they get put in with their food at like 8:45.
Their
And
sense of time is better than yours. They will tell you.
well, I don't get to have... Oh my god, it's a roundabout in a tunnel! It's a roundabout in a tunnel!
What the fuck? That is the worst.
What is this
I hate
magical construct?
magnets.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Tunnel about? Possibly tunnel about, Captain Soja, thank you. I have not messed with Phasmophobia, even though a friend on call, picked it up for me to play with them, and then we never managed to get a game together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you thought about picking it? Well, you, me, and Mal could all play. That's 3 people out of 4. Hey, look! I'm leaving a tunnel and going across a bridge. What did I say? I left it... So, roundabout in a tunnel out of a mountain, across a bridge to another mountain. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolute madness.
It is straighter, but man, building this road must have been expensive. All right, you said about an hour, and this will be about an hour when I get to my destination, so that worked out. And then back into another tunnel. I mean, it's... Oh, I'm sorry. With a speed limit. Hold on. A second roundabout?
Second exit.
A second tunnel roundabout.
Exit now.
This is how you kill Americans. This is how. The fuck?
What the fuck are these tunnel roundabouts? This is bullshit. This isn't real. How dare
Man,
you?
the middle of that should at least be like poles so that you can see through the center of the roundabout or something. Like, I don't like not being able to see cars on the other side of the roundabout. Woo! Video games letting you go to places you've never been to before, and in this case of Assassin's Creed, time periods you've never been to before. Yikes! I'm not slowing down. I'm not slowing down. I'm not slowing down. Auto pass. That and all of that was a toll road. Yeah, I bet it was paying for the tunnels, the roundabouts in the tunnels, and the bridges between the mountains. I bet that's why that was toll road. They gotta upkeep that shit because you do not want those bridges falling down.
Oh, I see why this is a toll road. It's crazy.
Yeah, you'll pay for that. Oh, another tunnel. Okay.
That was a great voice you just did.
That's Worms. You'll pay for that, traitor. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Captain Scissor says, finally almost done with dealing with insurance claims and getting the van into the shop so that we'll be able to figure out how the finances are and if I can pick up a new game. Definitely looks like be taking a toll. Yes, okay.
Holy crap, it's dark.
Yes, it's dark like regular human sight. Well, actually, it's lighter than that. Actually, I can see into the distance there. This is kind of like my sight right now. Actually, it's 2 in the morning. It's about to start getting lighter because of how north I am. Though my understanding is that's only part of the time of the year, right? So I don't think the game is on a timer. So at certain times of the year you're playing the game, it does it differently. But oh, this is an 80 tunnel. I can go a little faster. But Molly, you'd be less scared if you were with other people. That's how playing with other people works. Does this game have snow? Or is that the Phasmophobia question? I don't think this game has snow, but it definitely should have snow because we're far enough north. We're in a perpetual summer. Wait, it was faster in the tunnel than it is outside the tunnel? Okay, guys. Alright. Do. Man, this is a long road that the only reason you would go here is to go out to this thing. And then, you know what? I like continuity, so I will probably be driving back the way I came, so have tunnel roundabouts to look forward to. Uh-oh. I've got curves and tunnels. Can you read that message from Molly, Mal?
Nah, I'm still
And let me know if
scared
that's
cat.
let me know if that's a
I
little
am the
annoying.
person that hauls everything in Ghost Room and does the objectives ASAP. And then I hide outside when sanity gets low and for hunts to start.
I mean, if your team wins, your team wins. That's how it works. Extradited to Bulgaria wants to know, why do you drive in third person? I drive in third person because I feel it gives me a better sense of what's around me than mirrors. Since I'm not physically here in a physical place, maybe with a VR helmet and actually able to look left and right, I've always found that driving in third person is easier and have a better sense of, like, I feel like if I'm driving a real car, I have a decent sense of my surroundings, but I don't feel that way. I feel like it compensates for audio cues, visual cues,
Get ready.
all sorts of other aspects that are missing out That's the same reason I'm okay with like third-person action games, because in third-person action games, like I extrapolate my ability to see around me is accounting for some of the awareness stuff that comes from the real world that video games just can't do. Okay, didn't ask for the life story. Okay. Simulator is supposed to be serious. First person is serious gameplay. I mean, everybody plays video games differently, and I am not playing the game wrong, if that's what you're trying to say. I'm playing it like I'm playing it.
We are finished.
Alright, let's see here. We're going to try working... I need to practice with my articulated trailers, but I don't have one right now. You're cheating, kind of? I'm not cheating, kind of. You know, when the game runs an automobile into me and finds me because that car hits me, that's the game cheating. Okay? When I run a red light by accident and there's nobody around to see it and I get a fine, that's the game cheating. That's not realistic. The game doesn't penalize your pride is damaged. You have no pride. What? Who do you think you're talking to?
Oh my God! What is
You wouldn't
happening?
defend your country in a war? What do you mean I wouldn't defend my... I wouldn't get into a war for my country. I don't believe in the reason my country goes to war. I don't think we should go sack other countries and take their oil. Which is mostly the reason we go to war.
You're starting to feed the troll.
I mean... Trolls can starve to death for all I care. Does it matter if I agree or not? Yeah, it does. Love for the country always. Love for the government when it deserves it.
My dude, are you really in here in a truck game talking about that shit?
Yep, they are.
I don't get why people do that.
What's my opinion on January 6th? It was a failed insurrection proposed by the previous president of the United States, who was elected fairly and squarely, as was the current president of the United States, elected fairly and squarely. And it should be pretty apparent that we had a criminal president doing criminal things who tried to do a coup, and it failed. So, yay that time, but maybe not the next time. Oh, is that really what happened? You so sure about that? Yes, I am so sure about that. I'm sorry, what is this mute icon you have next to your name, Extradited? I'm curious. What is this? Watching without audio? What the hell? Didn't you vote for Trump in 2016? No. I voted for Bernie Sanders. And then I think I voted for Hillary Clinton in the general election. Well, what I don't understand, Captain Soja, if they can't hear me, how are they responding to what I'm saying? Why am I...
Weird.
I'm not a lot... First of all, there were reasons that people could have voted for Trump in 2016. Anybody who voted for Trump in 2016, I don't have any, like, super harsh feelings towards you. I get that there are some reasons you could have been fooled into voting for Trump. You voted for him in 2020, that's a different story. All right, we're past that. All right? the reasons are gone. It's an icon they can choose to actually mute it? Oh, okay. But I didn't vote for Trump. No, I voted for Bernie Sanders. I voted for Bernie Sanders in both elections, and he almost won 2016, and he got very close to winning in 2020, closer than people realize, because the establishment Democrats, they went against him. My banner on Facebook still says Bernie would have won across the top, so... I just think you shouldn't be playing serious European game. There is a game for Americans to play if you don't want to be serious. Okay, now you're trolling. Now we all know with 100% certainty that you're just trolling, and you're hilarious. And you're cute, and it's beautiful. I love it. Good effort. Please consider following the channel and voting in the poll. Let me give it to you here. You can do it It's for what games you'd like to see. If you want to see me play American Truck Simulator, it's doing well in the poll right now. You could vote for it, and then maybe, unlike the American elections, your vote will matter.
Oh God.
Having said that, for anybody who might be watching sometime later on YouTube, I want to thank you for watching. This has been Euro Truck Simulator 2. I have been Huntermun.
I'm Guest Malcolm Fett.
And we will see you in the future.
It's gonna be a great outro. What about?
No, cut it off.